Hi, it's Shelly and Deanne from the Quilted Forest, and we wanted to share a few things with you today. I know we're all getting ready for the holiday season, and it's time to do some crafting, so we thought we'd show you some things that we've done recently with Mod Podge. So I know Mod Podge has been around for a long time, but we have some here at the store, so if you need some crafting glue, this is the stuff to use. We have the gloss finish and the matte finish, and Deanne's going to show you a few things that she did with it.
I covered these plastic Christmas balls first, and I used my mom who passed away a year ago already, and I cut up her clothes and I Mod Podged the ornament first. Then I just layered strips of fabric on there, to make sure the bulb isn't showing. And then once I had it all covered, I put the Mod Podge on it again, and it goes on white and dries clear. And this happens to be the glossy finish that I used on all these. So I think that's a nice memory bulb. That's one way of using the bulbs. In this other bulb, I used some broken jewelry that had no use, so I just threw it inside because, the lid comes off, so I just threw those in there. And of course we're quilters, so we have scraps and thread. We filled the bulbs with, this is thread all from one project, or maybe several, and this is scraps that I used on a project and just kept throwing them in there. Same with this one. And here's one that Jana did. She made a green quilt, and that's all her little scraps. And
Here's one where we
dog ears, aren't they?
We cut the dog ears off thing and just started putting them in there, and they just kind of
look how cute that is.
Just like a little kaleidoscope of color in there. So that's one way to use the Mod Podge, and another way to use the Mod Podge is I had an old wooden tray that was really ugly, so I just started covering it with Mod Podge and putting little scraps of fabric on it. And then I just kept going until the whole thing was covered. And this is going to be a little fun display piece here at the store. But it'd be a fun way to use something that you don't like anymore to take scraps of fabric that you like and just cover it up. On mine, I used the matte finish. I didn't have the glossy at the time, so I just used the matte finish. I see a little piece of wood sticking out, so I need to cover that up later. And then another thing I did was I took a old hot chocolate tin, and I just started covering it with old fabric scraps. These are batiks in both of these. We've got some bags of scraps that'll be available if you want to give this a try. And it's just kind of a fun project. This would be a fun project for kids too. And it is as simple as, now when I pour the glue out, so I've got it in a spot, and then I've been using an old toothbrush. And I like it because it's got the brushes. It's really gets good coverage. And then if I'm done and the brush is ruined, I don't really care. Although it does wash out, so you can wash it out and then reuse it. But it's good, especially for kids, because it's easy to hold and it's got some grip on it. And then you just start laying the pieces on there and just make sure you tack them down good. And I was careful when I did the other one to make sure that the edges on the bottom were straight pieces so that I could just have it go flush with the little piece of the bottom of the can. And then I didn't have to try to go around the can. And then after it's on there, then you just brush it again. And like Deanne said earlier, it goes on white, but then it will dry clear. And then
you can't have too much Mod Podge.
No, you can't have too much. You just keep going and putting on scraps until you've covered the whole thing. And then in a couple days, when it dries, it looks like this. So we hope we gave you some good ideas to work on, and this is our countdown to Christmas. It's our video version instead of picture version, so we hope you enjoyed it.
Free.
Thank you. Oh, yes. Deanne's reminding me. Until they're gone, free with any purchase. You can have a bulb when you stop in at the Quilted Forest and do some shopping. So come and see us. We'd love to have you here. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.